welcome to NWF To The Limit. This is Scotty Martin alongside your Northern Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion, Big Prince Justice.
Not Big Prince Justice, Royal Prince Justice, the greatest NWF Heavyweight Champion of all time. NWF To The Limit, coming to you live this week from Indianapolis. I can't believe it. We're starting out with a bang. The ladies tag team matchup right now.
I tell you, this is a very special edition of NWF To The Limit because one half of the show will be coming to you from Indianapolis, and then the other half of the show will be coming to you from Wilmington, Ohio.
Oh my God, I mean, it's Scotty Martin. It reminds me of the old wrestling pay-per-views in two different towns in one night.
WrestleMania 2 was taking place in, what, 3 cities or something?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's...
And look at this. NWF officials have made the movement wrestle each other right here on NWF.
I can't believe that. I mean, that's all four of these women really, and truth be told, they're all together. This whole movement thing, which is getting absolutely out of control. They're all together, but the NWF officials, perhaps in a move or in a ploy to break up.
And I tell you, it's the two newest members of the movement, that being Precious Patty and Mercedes, as she calls herself, taking on the founders of the movement, Cindy and Peaches.
Yeah, oh yeah, and Cindy and Peaches, they're the founders of this whole thing, the movement. And what they've done, you know, at Peel's Palace, it actually came to a head. They had to wrestle two very close friends of mine, obviously, the Informer and Jester Two-Tone. And if they lost, they were done as far as wrestling guys. And of course, somehow hook or crook, because of that one right there in all black, Mercedes, they ended up holding on and defeating Jester Two-Tone and the Informer, so they get to keep going on and wrestling guys. It's a tragedy. And when's it going to stop? I mean, when are the officials going to put a stop to this?
I tell you, it seems like every month they're adding a new member. You have to ask yourself, who's next? What's next?
Absolutely. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable. I am Prince Justice. I am the greatest NWF Heavyweight Champion of all time. And now you got 4 women, 4 girls coming in here right now. I mean, my God. I mean, I've said it 100 times. I mean, obviously, from the looks of Cindy, they took all the air out of her head, put it in her chest. From Peaches, obviously, they've left all the air up in her head. And as far as Precious Patty goes,
look at that. A nice double team combination.
These women are all good, accomplished wrestlers.
Let's give credit where credit's due. I mean, these are some highly trained professionals here. And I tell you, they're no slouches, these women. Putting on one heck of a match here on NWF To The Limit. What a way to kick things off.
Absolutely, and it's unbelievable sunset flip by Cindy out of the corner right there. These women, all of them are very accomplished wrestlers. But let me ask you, Scotty Martin, where's it going to stop? Are these women actually going to challenge me for my NWF Heavyweight title one day? I'm sure that's what they got in the back of their minds.
Now, so far we have seen,
ain't happening.
So far we have seen the women of the NWF take on the men of the NWF. But we have not seen any type of title matches as of late. And who knows, Prince Justice, maybe your heavyweight title is in danger. It's in jeopardy.
Absolutely. It's got me up in arms. I am going to call a breakfast, some kind of a breakfast meeting myself. I know the Bomb is worried about it. I've talked to him. He's worried about having to defend his tri-state title against these women. I am concerned about it, of course. I mean, it's unbelievable. Mr. Hayes has got to do something. He's the acting CEO. He's got to do something now.
And if you recall, it was Mr. Hayes who got involved in that mixed tag team match at Peel's Palace last month. It was his actions that backfired on the Informer and Tommy Two-Tone. So not only does all the men of the Northern Wrestling Federation have their hands full with these women, so does the CEO. Look at that, high cross body by Peaches. As Cindy's able to roll her up, but the referee out of position. And Prince Justice, I think for the first time, you're speechless over there.
I'm speechless because I'm doing a little scouting right now.
Are you worried for your title right now?
I'm worried about what's going on. The movement.
You got beads of sweat forming over there.
I mean, heck, they're stronger than the Royal Family right now. I mean, the Royal Family's only got the Informer, who's the smartest man in pro wrestling, granted, and the Jester, who's probably the sneakiest, most conniving, and I just love him in the entire Royal Family. But, I mean, that's it. I mean, an honest Brett Michaels and myself. But look at this woman right here. I mean, is this a man mountain of a woman or what? I mean, look at her. My goodness. I haven't seen that many rolls since I toured Buskin Bakery. Look at her. She's huge. I can't even see the TV screen.
I tell you what, if she's that big, just think how big her husband is. And look at this big bear hug.
My goodness, Cindy looks like a rag doll in her hands. Absolutely. I mean,
and it could be lights out for Cindy right now. Look, the referee checking her.
Absolutely. She looks like a miniature doll. She looks like a Barbie doll.
If this hand goes down, the match is over, but Cindy somehow finding it within herself to fight back. Wow. Both ladies are down, and the referee's counting them out. And Mercedes coming in to distract the ref. Peaches is able to get the tag over into the corner, and the referee's not going to allow it. The referee is ordering Peaches out of the ring, and while this is taking place, it allows Patty and Mercedes to double team on Cindy.
Like, I really care if that referee saw it or not. It just goes to prove the ineptitude of NWF officials is all that goes to prove. What are you looking at me like that for? Ineptitude's a word.
I think you meant incompetence on that.
Incompetence, ineptitude. That's a royal word. I guess you got to be royalty to understand what it means. You call it incompetence, I call it ineptitude. You call it potato, I call it potato.
I'll call the Royal Connection hotline, and hopefully I can get a definition on there. Yeah, what's that number?
513-588-6868, the Royal Connection.
And they're a house of fire. Big drop kick by Peaches over in the corner.
Absolutely. This has been an unbelievable match, Scotty Martin. The women of the Northern Wrestling Federation truly showcasing their talents, but I don't care who wins because they're all part of the movement, and I can't stand all of them. I can't stand any of them.
This has been one heck of a match here in NWF To The Limit.
What a way to open up this week.
Look at this. Both of them high cross bodies. Referee comes around. This could be all. They get the 3 count. Peaches and Cindy are victorious over the other 2 members of the movement, Mercedes and Patty. Fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It is a test, not just of strength, but of the power of the mind. And if you complete the journey, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hi, I'm Gates McFadden.
And I'm Michael Dorn.
On Star Trek The Next Generation, I play Dr. Beverly Crusher.
Computer, emergency entry, Chief Medical Officer Beverly Crusher.
And I play Worf, the Klingon. Worf to Enterprise.
Go ahead, sir.
Beam me up.
Our movie's special effects are light years ahead of the original televised Star Trek. But we both share the same vision of the future, where education and advancing technology have dramatically improved human and alien life throughout the galaxies.
Education can improve your life, too. You'll have a positive future filled with opportunities. So stay in school and graduate.
Engage.
This message brought to you by the U.S. Air Force, because we know the value of a good education.
All right, welcome back to NWF To The Limit. Here he is, Prince Justice, our CEO, Mr. Hayes.
I'll tell you what, has he ever looked better, Scotty Martin? This man right here, who else but this man, Mr. Hayes. And it is truly Mr. Hayes.
He's going up against Quicksilver. And already, the match just started. He's already complaining to the referee about his hair being pulled.
I mean, well,
he don't even have any hair, Justice. Look at that.
What are you talking about? That right there is a business-like haircut that only CEOs possess. Let me just tell you something right now. Who else, as I was trying to say before you interrupted me, who else could lead the Northern Wrestling Federation from day-to-day business affairs, handle the minutes, handle the financial happenings, handle the stocks up and down, handle the portfolios, set policies and standards, and make sure that the Northern Wrestling Federation is run like the top professional wrestling organization in the land, like it is. But Mr. Hayes, who else? You tell me, Scotty Martin. And right now, Quicksilver's not showing much respect at all to Mr. Respect.
So what's this loyalty you have to Mr. Hayes?
The loyalty I have to Mr. Hayes is that Mr. Hayes is probably, without a doubt, the greatest professional wrestler next to the Prince in the Northern Wrestling Federation. But not only that, Mr. Hayes, the CEO, he's taken it upon himself to take care of certain members of the Northern Wrestling Federation. He's worried about
so
the
you're
movement
getting handouts
right
for Mr. Hayes.
Absolutely. See, right now he's just taking out a little change right there to offer. See that right there? Just checking himself. Petty cash. Just checking his petty cash right there to make sure he has enough to buy all the Northern.
Let's get back to these little handouts that you're saying that that Mr. Hayes gives out.
For example, I mean, I was riding in 12-seat limousines ever since he's become the CEO. I'm riding in 20-seat limousines. I was staying in a $500 a night suite before every show. Prior to him being CEO, I'm staying in a $1,000 suite every night prior to every show since Mr. Hayes has taken over. I was flying in first class, one of about 7 people flying in first class prior to Mr. Hayes being a CEO. Ever since Mr. CEO has become Mr. Hayes has become the CEO, I actually have the entire first class division for myself. Me and the Informer and Tommy Two-Tone and Marcy and Darcy and Monique and Unique have all been riding in first class to every show with a couple other redheads and blondes. But this is a family show.
Not to mention all the shrimp cocktails and everything else you
Oh,
always
man,
mention.
I'll tell you, the shrimp cocktails.
The
steak, Dom Perignon, caviar, Patty Dubois. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And Mr. Hayes truly, I mean, the man looks like a CEO. He looks like a businessman, doesn't he? Besides being
he looks like a Marine
wrestler.
dropout. I mean,
There
if we're going to
goes
talk
again.
about it, he looks like a guy that's been booted out of the Marines or something with that haircut he's sporting. And once again, I find Prince Justice speechless.
Because it's beautiful to watch the CEO dismantle Quicksilver. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he took a sander to his head and sanded all the hair off of Quicksilver. Quicksilver, an experienced wrestler, been around a long, long time, and is certainly no stranger to the squared circle at all, as he has proven that he is one of the top stars in the Northern Wrestling Federation in the past. But right now, Mr. Hayes just having his way with Quicksilver.
It's been all Hayes, but of course, as the fans would see at home, he's been using a foreign object to gain control of this match.
No, he's not. He's checking the petty cash fund to make sure he has enough to buy all the boys some food after the show, because we're all going out on the CEO. But
So
you probably won't be invited.
Those were all rolls of quarters, is what you're saying.
Rolls of quarters and dollar bills
Brass
and hundreds.
knuckles, it could be anything, right?
No, I mean, it's all financial. It's all money. Everything with the CEO is financial. It's all money. And you will not be invited to the party.
His portfolio.
I've seen his portfolio. It's excellent. He's helped me. He's helped the royal family with this portfolio as well too. I've never been richer.
Now, the rumor in the locker room is you have portfolio envy. What's that all about?
Portfolio envy. What do you mean? I'm envious of Mr. Hayes' money? Is that what you're
Apparently, he
saying?
might have a little bit more than you.
You know
And
what?
how does that feel? Because, for the longest time, you were quite possibly the richest man walking around in the Northern Wrestling Federation.
I
The most
still am.
classiest, the most royal. And now you have an outsider such as
Nah,
Mr. Hayes.
Scotty Martin,
who comes into the NWF.
Don't try and drive
and
a
now has
wedge
more
between
than-
me and the CEO. All right, because in about 10 seconds, I'm going to shut my microphone off. I'm going to toss you up in a ring and let the CEO put a little cash dividend into you, if you know what I mean. My money is my money, and it's none of your business. I'm going to tell you right now, I still am one of the richest men, and it's a lot due to Mr. Hayes. I mean, the guy redid my contract. He made me a brand new belt. He made me a brand new NWF heavyweight title. The thing's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Brink Security has to drive my belt to the show to make sure that I have the belt on the air on time so that I can have it in the ring to defend it to all the trash and garbage.
Getting pretty thick in there. Big boot by Quicksilver to the chin. And your CEO, Mr. Hayes,
Come on,
flat on
Mr.
his
Hayes.
back. I tell you, this is a heck of a crowd on NWF To The Limit.
A packed house like it is every week. Unbelievable.
People standing in the streets still trying to get in for this one. People of Indianapolis counting along with Quicksilver.
I didn't know the people of Indianapolis could count. I just learned something. You learn something new every week here on NWF To The Limit. And Mr. Hayes, having a problem right now. Jumping the boot. He's going to get the 1, 2, 3.
Look at this. He's got his feet on the ropes. And the referee noticed it.
I don't think he had his feet up on the ropes for any other reason that he just enjoys that.
I tell you, the referee must have sensed that one because it didn't look like the referee saw it. I guess he just felt that Hayes was...
What is it? What is this?
The big roll-up, the victory. Gets a 3 count. And the victory goes to Quicksilver. Fans, don't go anywhere. We got a ton of action still to come.
I can't believe that injustice.
We'll be right back.
That's an injustice right there. I can't believe it.
Compete, you've got to be strong. To win, you've got to be smart. Maybe you can be one of us, the few, the proud, the Marines.
Zodiak!
All right, fans, welcome back. NWF To The Limit. We're now from Wilmington, Ohio, and you're about to see the newcomer to the Northern Wrestling Federation. And that newcomer I'm talking about, Prince Justice, is none other than Nick Rivers.
Absolutely, but I mean, look at what is the deal with Zodiak? I mean, is this guy the most mysterious guy you've ever seen in your entire life? I mean, the guy's flat out weird to me. Okay? I mean, I am not considering myself to be an average, ordinary guy. I'm sure a lot of people might go as far as to think that I'm a little bit weird. But I'll tell you one thing right now, I got nothing on this guy. The Zodiac, newcomer to the Northern Wrestling Federation, and the guy's a maniac, mysterious enough. I mean, who is this guy?
I don't know, but I caught him listening to Vanilla Ice backstage before the show. I don't
Vanilla
know what that
Ice?
was all about.
Vanilla Ice.
And here he is, the newcomer to the Northern Wrestling Federation.
And this kid's got a bright, bright future in the Northern Wrestling Federation. I'll give him that as long as he stays out of my face, Scotty Martin. He might just have a future. I don't know much about him. Great athlete. Yeah, he looks good. He's a very good wrestler. He's young.
And the fans have already taken a liking to
the
Nick
fans,
Rivers.
Oh, of course they love it. It doesn't take much to make these fans love you. Heck, half a chocolate bar and a nickel, and they'll love you to death, man. Look at them. They got nothing. Look, I mean, look at as the camera spans there, it looked like the food line down at the Cincinnati Food Bank. I mean, come on. Nick Rivers, without a doubt, a strong, strong newcomer here to the Northern Wrestling Federation. And before it's all said and done with, even the Prince will admit that this will be a guy to be reckoned with in the Northern Wrestling Federation. No doubt about it.
I tell you what, his first match in the Northern Wrestling Federation against the Zodiac, this is going to be a real test for the kid. Strong words for Zodiac to the crowd. And I tell you, that's going to make him hate him even worse. Big shoulder tackle by Nick Rivers. Nice reversal of that hip toss. Drop kick, taking down the Zodiac. Nice leg drop, going for the cover early in the match. Not able to keep him down, only a 2 count. Ducks the clothesline. I tell you what, big Nick Rivers here looks pretty technical.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what. He's putting on a wrestling clinic so far here on NWF To The Limit.
The only thing we didn't see is a drop toe hold.
I don't know where the Zodiac, I tell you, I don't know where the Zodiac's from, but right now Nick Rivers is taking him to it. Because right now, Nick Rivers has absolutely dominated this matchup.
Big chop in the corner. And the Zodiac's getting pumped up for this one. Nobody home on that one. Charges into the corner. Nick Rivers able to get out of the way. Catches him on that one.
The Zodiac right now, and this is where the Zodiac's going to get dangerous.
Choking his lights out.
Oh, yeah. The Zodiac, I'll tell you what, this guy's, he's not about glitz. He's not about glamour. He's not about flashiness. The guy right now, he's got red tights on, black boots, a black shirt, and he wants to cover his face. He don't care. Right now, all he cares about is getting to the top of the Northern Wrestling Federation. Look at him. I mean,
big leg drop by the Zodiac.
returning the leg drop. And like I said, the Zodiac,
Only gets the 2
he's
count.
just a plain average, ordinary guy from where we don't know. Who is he? We don't know.
Yeah, he
But
says from the outer reaches of your mind.
the outer reaches
What
of
the
your
heck does
mind.
that mean?
I mean, I don't know, but for most NWF fans, that's not going to be a very long ride. Because for most NWF fans, the outer limits of their mind is probably about, I don't know,
Wilmington?
I'd say probably probably an inch or two wide. That's about it. You got to have a mind to have an outer limit to hit first, I guess is the point I'm trying to make. And right now, the Zodiac laying it in. Nick Rivers feeling the pain on NWF To The Limit. And I'll tell you what,
And this,
so
look
much.
at this. Zodiac's going to the top.
Oh, yeah.
This is unknown territory for Zodiac. Nobody home on that one. Nick Rivers able to get out of the way.
Backfiring on the Zodiac. He went for a little too much there, Scotty Martin. And right now, this is that crack in the foundation that Nick Rivers was looking for, and I think he might have found it here. We're going to find out.
Big series of right hands by Nick Rivers. Oh, big shoulder tackle. And Nick Rivers is getting pumped up. And
Oh, this is the finishing move, the moonsault, the buckle moonsault.
Oh, this one could be over. 2, 3.
He got him.
Wrote. And Nick Rivers gets his first victory in the Northern Wrestling Federation and his first victory here on NWF To The Limit.
That might be true, Scotty Martin. That might be true. And yeah, it's his first victory, but it might just be his last, because eventually he's going to have to face the likes of Dozer and Dynamite Rob, the Bomb Squad. He's going to have to face Mr.
Don't go
Hayes.
anywhere.
He's going to
Dynamite's
have
next.
to face me. Dynamite's coming up next?
Dynamite's
Oh,
next.
yeah, I can't wait.
To compete, you've got to be strong. To win, you've got to be smart. Maybe you can be one of us, the few, the proud, the Marines.
Brian Beech taking on Rob Williams for the Tri-State title. Rob, you're a great champion. There's no doubt about it. I know I got my work cut out for you. But last month, I had you beat 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, and Dozer jumps in and costs me the Tri-State title. Tonight, Dozer will be handcuffed. Beech, you want your shot at the Tri-State title? Step on up. because the bomb's taking you out tonight in Wilmington.
I can't believe it. They just entered the interview and jumped Brian Beech.
Monkey, monkey, come down from your tree. Oh, look, it's Mr. Motivation. Mr. I'm too busy to play fetch. Sure, blow smoke in my face, treat me like a cat. You're probably too stoned to know that I'm your dog anyway. Man, you're so pathetic, lying around all day, smoking pot and watching these stupid reruns. Loser! Hey, at least I got off my butt earlier and chased a stinking cat. Oh, that's better.
Where's Michael?
National Guard duty.
Ah, bet he's just sandbagging.
I don't think so.
Sure he is. He left us with all the big fires to put out.
Over 52% of our military is made up of the National Guard and Reserve. They serve in times of war and in times of disaster. And the jobs they perform are hard enough without you making it harder.
Well, let's hope he's ready for some late nights when he gets back.
Please support your employees in the National Guard and Reserve.
You don't need algebra, geometry, and calculus to get this job. Now, if that doesn't convince you to take math courses, I don't know what will. Call NACME. We'll tell you what you need to do.
From Gainesville, Florida, weighing 230 pounds, Brian Beech. His opponent claims to be every woman's dream. Weighing 218 pounds, he is the tri-state champion, Dynamite Bob Williams.
Back here live on NWF To The Limit this week, and what a matchup. As the main event on NWF To The Limit this week, Brian Beech and the Bomb for the Tri-State Championship. Unbelievable, and I'm sure the Bomb, in all his greatness, will be accompanied by one half of his illustrious group, the Bomb Squad, and that would be Dozer. And there's nothing one half about this man. Nothing one half about this man whatsoever. And I don't see him so far. Wait. And there he is. He emerges, and that's probably the only word I can find in my vocabulary to describe it. And that being Dozer is emerging from that curtain. What a monster of a man. He emerges, he engulfs you. Look at him. Never looking better. He really is, Scotty Martin. I'll tell you what, this guy, Dynamite Rob, the Bomb, has really, truly flourished and sparkled and become one of the greatest
He really
wrestlers in
has.
NWF history. I mean,
The Bomb really has turned it on as of late. I'll have to give him credit. I might not agree with some of his actions. I might not agree with some of the ways that he's winning his matches. I might also not agree with that bodyguard that he has at the ringside named Dozer, but he really has turned it on as of late.
I'll tell you what, though, that's part of his whole attitude. If you had Dozer standing behind your back, no matter what you did, right, wrong, or the other, I mean, wouldn't you be as confident as could be? I mean, look at the man.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tiger has just stated, if Dozer does not leave the ring and go back to the dressing room, he will be fined $5,000.
Fans, you heard it. It looks like referee Tiger is ordering Dozer to the back.
And is Slick Rick gutsy or what? Because I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to be the one telling the Bomb Squad where they can and cannot go, especially Dozer.
And I tell you, Dozer does not look happy about this decision. But it also looks like he's more worried about the money than he is than actually being out there. Now, how come you couldn't chip in the $5,000 so Dozer could stay out there?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I guess the Royal
Maybe
Funds have
wanted
been
to
a little
see.
low as of late, but the Bomb doesn't need any help. He's the tri-state champ. $5,000's like a nickel to you and me, buddy. Let me just tell you.
He must not be paying his bodyguard that much, Dan, because he was a little bit worried about the $5,000.
I'll tell you what, you're a real smart aleck anymore. I might have to meet with the Bomb Squad about the future of Scotty Martin.
And you know what? I bet you can't wait to get Slick Rick back here either.
No, you're probably right. I probably can't. But you know what? It's like the lesser of two evils. It's like when I was a kid, I have my choice of either having liver for dinner or porridge. You know? I mean, that's what liver, porridge, Slick Rick, Scotty Martin, kind of the same thing, you know? I really don't care which one he is here because it doesn't deter or take from the fact, as Brian Beech is taking it to the tri-state champ right now, it does not deter from the fact that I am still the greatest NWF heavyweight champion of all time. I am still the greatest wrestler that you and the rest of the peons out in TV land right now have ever seen. And I mean ever seen.
Nice series of reversals by both men. However, Beech comes out with the upper hand. Big slam as he goes to the top rope. This could be his finisher, Justice. This
Absolutely.
could be
He could be going for the blockbuster.
Oh, high cross
he
body
is.
off the top. Only gets a 2 count.
I was waiting for him to go reverse and go back up to the top rope again. That looks like the beginning of the new opening to the NWF To The Limit show. And what an opening it is. I'll tell you, NWF officials and video crews have really outdone themselves this time.
Brian Beech trying to go up. He gets caught on that one. Big slam.
That hurt. That
Came
rang
down
a bell.
hard on the canvas.
Ding dong, the witch is dead, I'll tell you.
On the back of his head, and Beech is down.
And the Bomb right now is in his element, Scotty Martin. The Bomb right now, look at him. Giving all the fans of Wilmington, Ohio, a look at the greatest tri-state champ in history.
Maybe he should be paying a little bit more attention to Brian Beech, though. Come on.
I wouldn't pay any more attention to him. He's down hurting right now. Let the paramedics pay as much attention as they want to him
You
later.
don't want to give Beech an edge. That could come back and haunt him. See, once again, he's taunting the crowd. He should be on Beech right now. You know, one thing that he might not have in mind, he's used to having that bodyguard Dozer out there to do some damage for him.
And you know, I'm sure that's affecting his strategy right now. But the Bomb is the Bomb, and that is the facts right there as I see him, and the Bomb will always figure out a way. Sure, Dozer's not here right now, but Dozer's there in mind and spirit, like any good friend. If you ever had a good friend, Scotty Martin, which you don't, you would know that it's just as important for Dynamite Rob, the Bomb, to know that Dozer's there in heart and soul. Maybe not physically.
He spat on him. That's just disgusting.
What's disgusting about it? It's probably the first liquid shower that Brian Beech has had Look at him. I mean, Brian Beech reminds me of all the trash that sits out there and watches our shows. Maybe that's why all these people like him so much. You ever think of that, Scotty Martin?
There was a big chop. Brian Beech on the receiving end of a vicious chop by the Bomb. Dynamite Rob Williams. I wonder what he said to him just then.
I'm sure he said something along the lines of, you stink. Something along the lines of, I'm the greatest. Something along the lines of, I'm going to beat you. Something along the lines of, you'll never wrestle again. Something along those lines, I'm sure.
You're one heck of a lip reader over there.
You know, well, I mean, being a royal prince, I mean, I had to be certified by the Royal Consulate in sign language. Not too many people know that. I can read language from 100 yards away.
Especially when it's that one middle finger sticking
Hey,
up
I could
at
read
you,
your
huh?
lips just a second ago, and I know what you said. I'm not going to repeat it, but don't ever talk to me like that again on NWF To The Limit. I just have to share those feelings with the Bomb Squad. They'll take care of you. I can read lips. Right now, all the trash out there in Wilmington are saying, God, I wish I had a job. And you see that guy right there? He just said that. I wish I had a job.
Dynamite's going to the top. Brian Beech is on his feet. Big clothesline.
That could be it. If Dynamite Rob, if the Bomb decides to go for a cover here.
But once again, he's not capitalizing on the big move.
He's confident right now. He's got Brian Beech reeling right now.
That confidence could come back to haunt him. See, there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. And one more
well,
time.
You know, that's just, you know, we saw that last week, too, on NWF To The Limit.
The week before and the week before.
Who was
that.
it with? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it was with the Backstreet Boy, Jason Cross. Actually, that's the second time we've seen.
He's done that several occasions with Jason
He actually,
Cross.
you know, what a man, what a true man of grit, iron, and determination, of integrity, and to go ahead and send get well messages and well-wishing to his opponent's mom. I mean, you know, most opponents, you know, like when I played football, it was always your mother this, your mother that. Oh, you know, he's actually saying, hey, Mom, look at me. That kind of gratitude and respect for the elderly, homeless, retarded, half-drunk all the time moms of the world, who's Brian Beech is, I'm sure, falls into that category. That's true respect.
Big sunset flip. And Rob's hanging on to the
Can't
ropes.
get over. He's got that rope.
Referee's warning him. Oh, it kicks him off.
I
Could
can't
be
believe
it.
that kick.
Oh, Dynamite able to
there's
get out.
there's that ineptitude word again. He has no right getting involved in a match whatsoever,
And
Scotty
I
Martin.
tell you what, I went home, I meant to look that word up, and I forgot all about it. But I think you're using it out of context. I don't know. I still think it's incompetence.
You still think it's incompetence?
I think
If
it's
there's
incompetence.
anybody that would know the definition of incompetence, Scotty Martin, you would. The Bomb right now is getting ready to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. I just feel it. I feel it in my bones. I know it in my body.
And more words of insult coming out of Rob's mouth. Now he's threatening the referee. This is a completely different attitude from Rob Williams. I mean, each week it's like he's getting more and more cocky with his new persona.
Because he's getting more and more confident. Because he's proven week in and week out that he is one of the greatest, if not the greatest tri-state champ ever. Well, that rings a bell. Who's the greatest heavyweight champ of all time? I think I would call him. Who? Yeah, you know, you said that last week too, and I'll tell you what. In a couple seconds here, I'm about to show you who's the greatest champ ever. Remember my royal decree, my royal sidewalk slam. Brian Beech is coming back out of nowhere.
Big back body drop. He almost hit the ceiling on that one. Reversal. Oh. Beach blast landed by Brian Beech. I don't know how Rob kicked out of that one. Brian Beech able to reverse that. Big slingshot into the corner.
Absolutely, a big slingshot into the corner. And it's unbelievable right now.
DDT
this
by
match has
Brian
gone
Beech.
back and forth so much in the last 30 seconds. I'm actually gasping for air, Scotty Martin.
And I think Brian Beech could be going for his finish right here,
This
the
is
blockbuster.
This is the blockbuster. If he hits it, it's over.
Oh, nobody home. Rob able to get out of the way of that one.
If he'd have hit it, that would have been it. Nobody kicks out of that blockbuster.
We could have had a
Scotty
new
Martin.
tri-state champion right there in that move. And I wonder what Dozer's thinking right now back on the monitors. You know he's watching this from the locker room. Rob hits his finish. This could be it. Gets the 3 count. Retains that tri-state.
I'll tell you what, admittedly enough, Brian Beech put up a heck of a fight, and he almost had the big win. If he'd have hit that the Beech Blast, or whatever, the blockbuster, that'd have been it right there. Dynamite Rob showing why he is one of the smartest, if not the smartest, and one of the greatest wrestlers in NWF history.
And once again, the match is over, and he walks over and spits on Brian Beech.
Absolutely. Well, again, that's just one more show of that respect thing.
Fans, that's about all the time we have on NWF To The Limit.
We're out of time already, Scotty Martin.
Don't forget to catch us, Peel's Palace, December 30th, 8 p.m.
Heck yeah. Also,
Christmas Chaos.
Coming to you live, December 30th, Christmas Chaos. Call 513-588-4NWF for more details. We're out of here. That's it for NWF To The Limit. See you next week.
We'll see you, Peel's Palace, December 30th, Christmas Chaos.